I just started reading a book again this morning, actually yesterday morning, which I have right over there on my nightstand. And it's a book about Stoic philosophy, about Seneca, who's a Stoic philosopher. And I saw something that actually I was thinking about and I was reflecting on in the past like 2 weeks. And this idea is that your environment is super important. And it's a lot more important than what I used to think it was actually. Again, this is a concept that a lot of people talk about and that we see a lot in the self improvement realm. But I recently started really understanding and really applying this concept to my life, that your environment, and not just not just the outside environment like where you live or uh, you know I'm talking more about the people in your life, this type of environment. And it's so important and so crucial because there's this quote that goes, a plant cannot grow or a tree cannot go if it's in the shadow, which basically means, like, if you have a plant and you just leave it in the shadow, it won't ever grow even if you water it or everything. But if you just move it to the left where there's some sun rays and there's light, it's going to start growing. So sometimes it's, if you feel like you're hitting a plateau or you're not progressing as much as you would like to, or you're finding it hard to stay consistent, finding it hard to aim higher, if you're complacent, if you're not where you want to be, essentially, it's not always the problem isn't always that you're not doing enough or that you're not trying hard enough. Sometimes it's just you're in the wrong environment. You've got people around you that are not living the life that you want, or that are not maybe just they're not sharing the same values, they don't have the same priorities, and maybe they're focused on something else that has nothing to do with what you want for yourself, which is totally fine. But you gotta understand that and you gotta be aware of it. And I'm not saying cut out the people in your life that don't have the same goals as you. I still think it's okay, and I think it's fine to have friends and people around you, family members that are totally like on another, not spectrum. It's not the word I was looking for, but they're on another, maybe they're going after other stuff than you are in your life. It's totally fine. That's not my point here. I'm not saying detach from everyone and like go monk mode, don't talk to anyone, but know it, accept it, and be very selective with what you talk about, with whom you want to talk about your goals, and with whom you want to talk about your progress, with whom you discuss business, with whom you discuss gym. Like, not everyone's gonna be supportive of you, and that's something that I had to learn the hard way. That, I mean, people can be good friends to you, but doesn't mean they're gonna be supportive in everything that you do. Some people are consciously or not, they're gonna try to slow you down or tell you it's stupid or it won't ever work. Sometimes it doesn't come from a bad place, like they're just trying to warn you or to like be cautious of you because they actually love you. I'm saying that with the example in mind of a family member. I know for a fact my mother, she's very protective of me. She wants the best for me, of course. So I have tried in the past telling her about my ambitions and my plans and my goals, and it just made her stress even more. It made her more anxious, and she made me doubt even more about myself. So yeah, essentially, be careful with your goals and your ambitions. Don't just throw them out there, and be careful with your environment and the people that you share, the things that are important to you, with who you share them with, essentially. Right now in my life, personally, I have this kind of double life, if you want, where I have my friends and my people in my life that I hold very dearly, that I share everything with, or at least a good 90% of what I do, what I plan, where I'm going, how it's going, like all the little details, I keep them updated. And I have no shame and I have no trouble because I know they're supportive and I know they understand me. And I have this other life, or this other part of my network, of my people, of my surroundings, that I don't really tell them what's going on. And it's okay. You don't have to keep everyone updated about everything that's going on in your life. I think that's totally fine. But you should have those people very close to you, whether it be one person or two, people, sorry, that I think you should have very close and be able to express yourself really how you think, your deepest thoughts, your deepest questions, your worries. Some people that you should be able to go back to and to reach out to when you really need advice or guidance. Those people are going to be super important, and I think to those people it's good to actually share what you're doing because they can give you good feedback, as opposed to the other group of people, which I think is, as I said earlier, super okay to still see and to still hang out with, maybe go to the restaurant, grab a drink, like still be social, still have a social life with these people, but don't mix those two. Don't mix them up together, because it can go bad very quickly and they can get in your head very quickly. And also, something that the book talks about, I wanted to go get the book, but it's upstairs. But something that the book that I'm reading talks about is how crowds bleed onto you, or how they affect you unconsciously. So if you're part of a crowd, let's switch up the word crowd for environment here, but if you're part of an environment that are lazy, not hardworking, not ambitious, they aim low in life, and they're always complaining, always gossiping, and just negative thinking and negative doing, basically, it's gonna catch up on you. You're gonna join them without even wanting to, because you're gonna be part of this environment. So be very careful with your environment and the people that you allow in your life, and also how close you are to those people, and how open you really are to them in terms of your life. I think that's really, really important. So yeah, let me know if you've ever experienced this, because I really, really started understanding this, I think since the start of the year. I really consciously started protecting my energy, if you want. Yeah, I think energy is the best way to describe it. I've been protecting my inner peace, my ambitions, my inner emotions, my inner goals. I've been protecting it a lot more from the people in my life. And as I said earlier, I've only talked about it to a few, maybe 2-3 people, and it's helped me a lot, and I've been progressing a lot faster in my goals. I'm gonna be sharing later on this journey, on this YouTube channel, I'm gonna be sharing what my goals are in life, where I'm headed. And yeah, you'll see that I've progressed a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot, and I'm on a good trajectory. So definitely a good tip for anyone watching this.